Hey, replay family. Thank you for joining me on tonight. Thank you. Tell me your name and where you're tuning in from so I can loop back around and say what's up to you personally. Family over here too. Tell me your name and where you're tuning in from so I can loop back around and say what's up to you as well. So I'm just going to allow a couple of moments to give people a chance to hop on tonight. Replay family, I am doing something a little different. Okay? Doing things a little differently tonight because I'm over here on Instagram. Hey. And I'm talking to you guys over here on Facebook. Hey. So hopefully tech will be on our side tonight. This is my first time doing this. People ask me all the time, do you do both Instagram and Facebook at the same time? I'm like, no. Should I? Why not? We're going to test it out tonight. Let me turn off my overhead light. One moment. So that way there is no glare. There we go. That's a lot better over here on Instagram. So how you guys are doing tonight? How you guys doing? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know that you are here so I can say hello to you. Instagram saying that they are telling followers that they are joining. They'll let followers know so they can join on tonight. So we're just going to give people a couple of more minutes. Since you're watching this on the replay, you might as well go ahead and fast forward a little bit so you don't have to sit here and wait with me. But catching this on the replay, please take a moment and share this video on your Facebook feed. Please share this video with your followers so they can get some inspiration and encouraging words as well. So as you come in, please tell me your name and where you are tuning in from. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you are seeing me for the very first time, my name is LaKitia, and I am your sister coach and also the founder of A Sister's Truth. And here at A Sister's Truth, we help women to discover, define, and live their truth for manifesting a courageous life without limits. And as your sister coach, it is my job to get down in the trenches with you to help push you past your mindset blocks so you can live out your purpose. And on tonight, I am doing something a little different. Number one, I am on Facebook and Instagram at the exact same time. That's number one. So kudos for me on that. Hey, Sharita. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. And the second thing that I'm doing that's differently is that I am coming live to do a pep talk. This is the Sister Pep Talk for you guys because you have sent me DMs, you have texted me, or you have emailed me some concerns that you have, some issues that you have, and we're going to talk about it on tonight. I'm going to give you, some encouraging words, some motivation to get you past these mindset blocks that you are having. Hey, Lee Renee 589. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name. I pronounced that right. But hey, thank you so much for joining in. Let me know your name so I can make sure that I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, guys, so we're going to go ahead and have this Sister Pep Talk tonight. Actually, I was supposed to have this a couple of months ago. So if you've been following me within the last week or two, then you know that about a month and a half ago now, I lost my brother. My brother was killed. So I had to take some time off to go and be with family. So I had to push back doing this live video for you guys. So now I'm in a place where I'm getting back on track. Still going through the grieving process. But I'm able to do this live for you guys now. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your prayers and your thoughts, because you guys were reaching out to me when you didn't see me. When you wasn't seeing my face during those morning mantras, you guys was reaching out and was like, hey, where are you? So I really appreciate that. The love and support that you guys showed me, I really do appreciate it. So once again, if you are catching this on the replay or if you're live right now, please share this on your timeline, share this with your followers, because, I want to encourage them too. We want to share the love, share the joy, share the motivation and encouragement on tonight as we get into it. So if you have any Comments, please share them. Questions, please share them. Aha moments, please share them. Okay? I want you guys to share. I want this to be a conversation. We need to go back and forth, right? Go back and forth with me with conversation. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hop right into it. What I'm talking about on tonight is in no particular order at all. No particular order. Hey, Ella Dice. Thank you, girl, for joining. It's in no particular order. So I'm just going to, hop right into it. Hey, Ella Dice. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. Please share this broadcast with your followers so we can get more people in here on tonight. So tonight I'm doing a Sister Pep Talk. You guys have sent me, messages on Instagram. You send me emails, text messages, just talking about different issues and mindset blocks that you've been having. So we're going to talk about those things on tonight. And I wanted to do it in this format live because some of these things I've been, asked multiple times. I'm seeing this a lot. So I wanted to share with other people because I'm pretty sure other people are having these same issues or running into these same mindset blocks. So we're going to talk about it on tonight. And the first issue, if you will, that I want to talk about and address is unsupportive family members and family members who are a financial burden. Ooh. Unsupportive and financially burdensome family members. Do anybody have those type of family members in their family? I know I do. I can name at least 2 or 3 off the top of my head right now who's unsupportive and they are a financial burden. So we're going to break this down, right? Because this is a 2-part issue. So let's start with the unsupportive family members. And if you see me looking at it, it's because I got my notes because I didn't want to miss anything on tonight. So unsupportive family members, the way to get over that hump, the way to deal with them is simply by stop sharing your dreams and your goals with them. 100%. Just stop sharing your dreams and your goals with them. Because why are we, sharing our goals and and the visions that we have for ourselves to people who are unsupportive? Who said that we have to do that? Hey, Mercedes, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. I love seeing your name come across my screen, right? Why are we sharing with them? Because depending on where you are on your journey, if you at the beginning of your journey when you just set a goal, you just got the vision or an idea of what it is that God needs you to do. If you at the beginning stages, you already have a whole bunch of doubts in your head, right? It's already a whole bunch of doubts in your head. And depending on who it is you're talking to, you don't need them adding more doubts to the doubts that you already have. So why are you sharing and talking to people, family members who are unsupportive? So just stop sharing with them. Yes, please, everyone, be a part of the conversation. Please join my community. You can follow me on Instagram at A Sister's Truth and on Facebook at LaKitia Marie. Definitely join the conversation because, share your thoughts, your aha moments, your comments along with me because I want this to be a conversation between me and you. And this is also an opportunity for other beautiful and intelligent women to learn from your experiences, right? Because I'm very transparent with sharing my journeys, my wins, my lessons learned with you guys. And I'm going to be sharing those on tonight as well. So I want you to do the same because we can learn from each other. Thank you for that reminder, Sharita. Thank you, girl. I really appreciate you. Okay, so family members who are, is my husband trying to come in? So family members who are unsupportive, stop sharing your dreams and your goals with them because they're not going to support you anyway. And the last thing you need is for somebody to pour negativity in, in your life. The last thing you need is negative energy around you that's going to prevent you from going after the goal and manifesting the vision that was downloaded to you, right? Just separate yourself from those people. That's it. That's all you got to do. You have to protect your peace. Limit your interactions with those people and protect your peace, because it is your job to protect your peace. I want to read something to you from my book. For those of you who do not know, I am an author. This is my book, 31 Days of Truth, Manifest Your Passion, Power, and Perseverance. And I want to read something to you from my book from day 21, because every day for 31 days, I'm talking about a different common life, issue that we all go through. And I give you tips and tricks on how to turn that issue into a triumph. Okay. And right now I want to read to you from day 21. You don't have to entertain foolishness, because people who are unsupportive, foolishness tends to come with those people. Foolishness tends to be right behind them when they showing up on the scene, right? So I just want to read something to you real quick. This world is full of so much possibility, truth, adventure, and beauty. On the flip side, there is a lot of stupidity, idiocracy, ugliness, and downright foolishness. I'm here to tell you that you do not have to entertain foolishness. When it becomes law that you have to receive and hold on to the views of someone who hasn't done anything with their life, you don't have to entertain their foolishness. So stop listening to people who have limited imagination and a lack of faith to do the impossible. Let me say that again. Stop listening to people who have limited imagination and a lack of faith to do the impossible. Stop listening to those unsupportive people. Now, when we're dealing with family members who are our financial burden, I just have one simple answer for you. Say no. Just say no. It's really that easy. Just say no. And then don't give any explanations and reasons as to why you say no. There is power in your no. You have to invoke authority behind your no. No is a complete sentence, guys. And I talk about that in my book as well. Day 26. No, a complete sentence. Hey, Malika girl. Hey girl. Hey, thank you for joining me on tonight. Right now, we're talking about mindset blocks as it pertains to unsupportive family members and family members who are a financial burden. So family members who are a financial burden, I just have a simple answer to give to you guys, and that's to say no, because there's power behind your no, right? And we have to make sure we exercise that power behind our no, and know that it is a complete sentence, point blank into the period. No is a complete sentence. Okay, I want to read to you from day 26 of my book, No, a Complete Sentence. Saying no gives you power. The power to stay in control at home and at work. Furthermore, saying no relinquishes the obligation to give excuses. Saying no relinquishes the obligation to give excuses. For whatever reason, we feel obligated to explain our no when we have every right to say it. Starting now, I'll need you to stop it. Making excuses and explanations are things of the past, because there is authority in your no. Right? Why do we feel bad by telling somebody no when we have the right to say no? You have a right to your no. And it's real easy for it to roll off your tongue. Let's practice it real quick. Yo, Keisha, can I borrow $250? No. That's it. No. Well, why? That's my decision and I'm sticking to it. I didn't give an excuse. I shut it down. If that means walking away from the conversation, I'm going to need you to walk away from the conversation, because there is no need for you to put yourself in a financial burden, right, to help somebody else out who is financially irresponsible. And some of us got grown kids that's mooching off of us and taking money. And we need to say no. We need to say no. I know everybody's situation is different, but if this is somebody who is purposely not doing anything and, just like purposely being irresponsible with their money, I'm gonna need you to say no and move on and do not give any explanations to it. And then I need you to stick to it. Don't go back a week later or a couple of days later and say, you know what, here's the money anyway. Don't do that. Because then that's all you're doing is telling them that if they hound you or pressure you long enough that you're going to give in. And you don't need that added stress to you. So stick to your no. It is so easy to say no and not feel bad. I learned that from you. Thank you, Mercedes. I really appreciate that. And that's because you have the book. Mercedes bought my book. Right? She's one of the people, I believe, Mercedes, you're one of the people that told me that day 26 was your favorite day. No is a complete sentence. We need to exercise our no. So if you're joining me, if you're just not joining me live, because a few of you are popping in, my name is LaKitia, and I am your sister coach and also the founder of A Sister's Truth. And on tonight, I'm doing something a little bit different. First thing I'm doing differently is that I am talking to you here on Instagram, and I'm also talking to you over here on Facebook at the same time. So prayerfully, tech will stay on our side tonight. And the second thing that I'm doing differently is that I'm giving you guys a pep talk. Because I have received DMs and emails and text messages about you guys needing, motivation, encouragement, on some concerns and issues that you've been having. So I was supposed to talk about this a few months ago, but I'm just now getting around to it. And I wanted to do it live in this format so other people can learn from what it is that you're going through. Because some of these mindset blocks, we're all going through them or have been through them at one point in time. So please share this broadcast with your community. Share it with your followers. Please invite your family and your friends to come in so they can get some motivation and encouraging words as well. I want this to be a conversation. So if you have any comments, please leave them, in the comment section below. Please leave them below this video. Hey, James, thanks for joining me on tonight. Please leave them below this video. If you have any aha moments, share them. Share them with the rest of the community so we can, learn from your aha moments as well. Okay. Now, something else, issue or mindset block that someone reached out to me about is related to their business. They were feeling stuck in their business. Now, let me just start off by saying that I am not a business coach. I'm not a business strategist. I'm not the one that you go to when you need help, increasing your sales or setting up a sales funnel or anything like that. But I do have experience with being stuck in my business. I get stuck sometimes. So I wanted to just share and talk about it because I know on Instagram, I have a lot of entrepreneurs who follow me, right? Because as entrepreneurs, we need that daily motivation and inspiration. So I have a lot of entrepreneurs on Instagram that follow me. So I just want to just give you a couple of tips of what I do when I'm feeling stuck in my business. Okay. I know most times when I'm feeling stuck, I usually look at that as a sign that it's time for a shift in direction. Maybe I need to shift in a different direction, right? Because when your business grows, you grow too. You grow along with your business. So that means that your values may have changed, your priorities may have changed, your ideas may have changed. So that means that you need to shift directions in your business. Maybe that's the reason why you're feeling stuck. The level that you was on at the time you feeling stuck, you probably maxed out that level. So now it's time to do something different, right? So does a shift need to change in your business? Hey, Larnell. Hey, cuz. Hey, thanks for joining me on tonight. So is there a shift that needs to happen in your business? If so, this is definitely something that you would need to sit down and talk to with a business coach or a business strategist. I'm not that person, but I do know that when I've gotten stuck in my business before, it was because I needed to shift and change some things. So maybe you need to do that too and sit down and do an evaluation, a real quick evaluation of your business, can help out with that. Okay. Now, hiring a business coach or a business strategist, if that is not in your budget, then get with some of your biz buddies and have a brainstorming session. That's easy enough, right? To have a brainstorming session with someone else who has a business or has a business that's similar to yours, right? It's always good to talk to somebody else who's doing what it is that you're doing, who has been through what you've gone through, and who is at that next level that you're trying to reach. Now, for me, one of my biz buddies, we started a mastermind between the two of us. So the first Monday of every month, we get together and we talk about the issues that we're having in our business. We talk about places where we've gotten stuck, to get clarity. We talk about upcoming goals and projects that we're working on. And every time I get with her, I always walk away a lot clearer than what I was when I started the meeting. Sometimes we need that. So if you're not in a position to hire a business coach, then get with some of your biz buddies, and have that brainstorming session. Some of you guys that's just not joining me on Facebook, let me just do a quick recap. On tonight, I am doing a Sister Pep Talk because I've been getting DMs and emails and text messages about different issues that people have been having. And so I'm just coming up here to address these concerns. So I'm here to give some motivating words and some encouragement to you guys and some tips and tricks on how I am able to get through some of these same mindset blocks that you are having. And I wanted to do it in this live format because other people have these same mindset blocks all the time. So please, I want this to be a conversation. Okay, so leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know who you are and where you're calling from. Also, please share this on your timeline so we can spread the love, spread the motivation, spread the encouragement. And if you have any aha moments, please share them as well, because people can learn from you and learn from your experiences as well. So this is a conversation. Okay, this is a conversation. All right. So feeling stuck in your business, get a business coach. Okay. Do a brainstorming session with some of your biz buddies. Okay. I've created a mastermind that I do the first Monday of every month. And you know what? And I also have a biz buddy where we get together and we do clarity walks. We'll go to the park and walk like 2 to 3 miles, and we would just talk about things that's going on in our business. And we call that our clarity walk. I do that as well. That's why you need to surround yourself around like-minded people, right? People who's doing what it is that you want to do, so you can get the clarity that you need when you're feeling stuck. Again, I'm not a business coach. I'm not a business strategist, but this is just some of the things that I do. Okay. When I'm feeling a little stuck in my business, another thing that I tend to do is I tend to stop and take a look at my surrounding. Like literally take a look at my surrounding. Hey Kim, hey, thank you so much for joining us on tonight. When I am feeling stuck in my business, and thank you for the hearts on Facebook too, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. When I am feeling stuck in my business, I literally stop and evaluate what's going on around me. Like I take a moment and I look at my house. Is my house dirty and unorganized? Because where there is clutter, there is chaos. Right? I know my HQ. My HQ is where I run my business. I'm in my HQ right now talking to you. Is my HQ disorganized? Because I don't know about you, but I cannot be creative in the middle of clutter. Maybe that's the reason why you're feeling stuck. What does the area look like around you? Maybe you need to stop and get some things in order. Because usually when there's clutter and, confusion all around you, that's a manifestation of something being out of order. Right? So take a look at your surroundings. Another thing that, I stop and think about is what's going on between me and my husband. For you married people out there who are running businesses, what's going on with you and your spouse? I take a look at that too. Because if Jeremy and I are in a disagreement, it's hard for me to be creative and come up with ideas. It's hard for me to come on here and jump on this live video and talk to you when things are not right between me and him. Now you guys are probably looking at your screen like, because y'all kind of quiet. I need y'all to talk to me. Y'all probably looking at me like, okay, so what does your marriage have to do with your business? You guys, you have to realize the commonality between your life and your business. What's the commonality? You. You are the commonality between you, your life, and your business. So there are other areas of your life that if it is not in harmony, being very careful not to stay in balance. But if things are not in harmony, it can affect how you are running your business and how creative and productive you are being in your business. Think about it. Your health, if your health is off, that can affect your business. Because it's hard to run your business when you're not feeling well. Right? Your social life would affect your business. Your relationships would affect your business. Your finances would affect your business. My girl Sharita, she can tell you that. She's the financial guru. Your finances will affect your business. Right? So these things have to be in harmony. I'm not saying it has to be perfect. I'm not saying that my marriage is perfect, because it's not. But as long as we are on the same page, Jeremy and I, we are on the same page, I can think clearly. So what's going on in your immediate surrounding? Like, take a moment and step outside of your business to see what's going on in your surroundings, because what's going on around you can affect how you are running and being productive in your business. Okay? Kim says, yes, because if things are not good at home, it affects you in other areas. Absolutely. Absolutely. It affects you. Peace and serenity. Yes. We want peace and serenity at home and at work. Right? Right? Peace and serenity. That's right. So, Kim, because I know you just hopped on real quick, I'm doing a Sister Pep Talk. I'm discussing some issues and concerns that I've been getting through DM on Instagram, by email, and by text messages. I was supposed to do this a couple of months ago. As you know, my brother passed away a month and a half ago. So I wasn't able to do it at that time, but I'm just now getting around to where I'm able to come on here and talk about these mindset blocks. And I'm doing it in this live format because a lot of these mindset blocks, like, we all go through them. We all have them. So why not come on here and talk about it and share it? So I want this to be a conversation. So continue to leave your comments and please share this along your timeline as well. And I'm over here talking because I'm on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. This is my first time doing that. So Mercedes says, what you said about looking at your surrounding in business also applies to daily life, because I am retired and I take a step back and review everything when I feel stagnant. Absolutely. Absolutely. If things are not going right in your personal life, look at other areas around you as well. It applies to your personal life as well. I was talking about business because somebody was, specifically asking me for help because they was feeling stuck in their business. But the same rules apply to your personal life as well. Same things apply to your finances, and to your marriage. Take a step back and look and see what's going on around you. Okay? All right. Hey, Latrinda. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. I am doing something a little different. I am live here on Instagram and I'm live over here on Facebook as well. And Facebook is trying to reconnect. See, we got the tech trying to have issues over here. But I want to keep going. So You guys, if you're catching this if you're just not joining me, you're going to have to catch the replay because we talked about some goodness earlier today. The first concern or issue that we talked about is how to deal with family who are unsupportive and who are a financial burden. You have to watch the replay to get tips on that. Then we also talked about feeling stuck in our business, what we can do when we're feeling stuck in our business. Okay, so definitely go back and check out the replay to see what we talked about. Oh man, Facebook is messing up. I don't know what's going on over here on Facebook. Okay, so this next question that I'm going to address is something that I've been getting all the time for like the last year and a half. I've been getting this exact same question, and that is, how did you find the time to write your book? If you're just not joining me, I am an author. This is my book, 31 Days of Truth, Manifest Your Passion, Power, and Perseverance. And this book literally came out of nowhere because when I was working on it, nobody knew I was working on it besides my husband and my accountability partner. So when I came out and said, hey, everybody, I published a book, people was like, what? Like, I didn't know that that's what you was working on. Because I am good for working in silence. I'm good for moving in silence. Because I'm the type of person where I feel as though that action speaks louder than words. So once I set a goal and I put my mindset to it, I go all in. My video ended on Facebook. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me try to go live again. I hope it didn't. Oh man, I think I lost the video. See, that's why I am on both channels. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Facebook is not going to let me go live. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, we didn't lost Facebook, so I'm just going to talk to you guys over here, Instagram. That sucks really, really bad. That really sucks. But, yes. So people ask me all the time, how did you find the time to write your book? And every time they ask me this question, I answer it. I tell them why, so I'm going to share that with you too. I made time to write my book. I didn't find it. I made the time to write my book. People would do what it is they really want to do. If you really want to do something, you will make the time to do it. And that's exactly what I did. Instead of, watching Greenleaf, Queen Sugar, Empire, what else was hot TV during that time? Handmaid's Tale, I think. Instead of watching those shows, I use that as an opportunity to write my book. I made time to write my book. I put a plan in place. I executed that plan. And I gave myself really, really aggressive deadlines. And I stuck to it. And most importantly, I recruited an accountability partner who made sure that I stayed on task. She made sure that I stayed on task. I didn't lost Facebook. So that's how I was able to write my book and write it in such a short period of time. Because in August of 2017 last year, that's when I made a decision and got clear on the fact that I wanted to write my book. And so my book was published in October, so I can debut it in November is when I released it to the public and let the public know it was in November, because I was going to a conference that was going down in Atlanta last November. And yes, I was going to promote my coaching services, but I wanted something tangible that people can pick up and walk away with, that they can read and then come back, that will bring them back to my business. Right? I wanted something tangible. So that's why my timeline was so aggressive. Right? And I had to make the time to do it. Malika says I would definitely do that the next go around. Yeah. Which, do what? Work in silence? Oh, accountability partner. Yes. Yes. You have to get an accountability partner. And then not just anybody. Let me dive a little deeper into an accountability partner, because you don't want to just get just anybody. Now, for me, my accountability partner, I chose someone who has set goals, aggressive goals, and achieve them. Now, my accountability partner, she has not published a book, but she has set some really high aggressive goals and achieved them. And because I had such an aggressive deadline for my book, I chose her because I know that she knows what it feels like to work under pressure. Right? And I knew that she was going to keep me accountable and keep me accountable on the same level that I keep my clients accountable. Right? Don't choose accountability partners who hasn't really done anything, who hasn't really set any goals and achieved any goals. That's not the type of person that you want to have as an accountability partner. You don't want to choose somebody who's just going to let you off the hook and say that everything is okay. And I know a person like that is my husband. Because he says all the time that I am my worst critic. So he will be quick to say, oh, baby, it's okay. Take a break. It's just, I can come back later. No. I need somebody that's going to say, no, Key, get it done. Get it done. Do another 5 minutes. Just go ahead and get it done. So be very careful as to who you are, recruiting to be your accountability partner. Okay. Now, with everything that you do, there's going to be some pros and some cons, right? And I want to just share with you one of the cons that I had throughout this process of publishing my book, because I did it on such a short period of time. Now, quick disclaimer, just because the negative outweigh the positive, I don't want to discourage you from going on and finishing your book. Because if you've been working on your book for 10 years, I'm going to need you to go ahead and just get it done, right? Despite all the negatives that goes along with writing a book, I still want you to go ahead and do it anyway, right? Because you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to run into some problems. You're not going to get it perfect, the very first time. Just use your mistakes, and turn them into lessons learned for book number 2 if you decide to write the second book. Right? Now you've learned what to do or what not to do with the second book. Now for me, because I had such an aggressive timeline, I needed to publish my book in a couple of months, I decided to self-publish because it was easier and quicker for me to get my book out there if I self-published. Right? I didn't do a whole lot of research. I'm going to be honest. I didn't do a whole lot of research. I did surface, research and realized that self-publishing was the way to go for me, so I can meet the deadline that I had for myself. And by me self-publishing, I didn't know all the ins and outs of publishing a book, right? And so my book is categorized as unreturnable. And this is something that I found out when I went to a local Barnes & Noble that's in my neighborhood. Now, you can find my book on barnesandnoble.com, but I wanted my book to be sold in the store. So I went to Barnes & Noble to talk to the manager to see how I can get my book in the store. And she, put my book up in the system on, according to its, the ISBN number, this number right here. When she pulled it up, it said that my book was categorized as unreturnable, and because my book is considered unreturnable, they are unable to house it inside their store. So now I had to figure out how to recategorize my book so it's not considered unreturnable, so I can sell it inside Barnes & Noble. Now, am I upset because I self-published so fast and didn't do the adequate amount of research that I should have done? Absolutely not, because guess what? I am an author. I'm a part of the 3% of African Americans who are authors. I am a part of the 3%. Right? Just do it anyway. That's a piece of information that I know for the next time I write a book. And no, don't ask me when, because I have no idea when the next book is coming, because I want to master, everything that goes along with having the first book. Malika says, won't be doing that next go around. I definitely have a goal of being a brick and mortar for number 2. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. I want to be in stores. Now, let me also just say that was Barnes & Noble. That was according to Barnes & Noble. Now, I can still get my book in independent bookstores, right? Independent bookstores is a little bit different than a mainstream bookstore. But I know with Barnes & Noble, that was the roadblock that I ran into. And it's a small roadblock. I can get over that. I just need to do my research and get over it. So whatever roadblocks that you are running into when it comes to writing your book, I was about to say somebody say I'm about to start calling you guys out, but I ain't gonna call you out. You know who you are. But when you run into those roadblocks, when it comes to writing your book, don't let that roadblock deter you. Lifeway is the same way. Okay. Mental note. Lifeway is the same way. I'm gonna have to remember that. Don't let those roadblocks, deter you and stop you from actually writing your book. And so the last thing that I want to talk about tonight, because I want to be very respectful of your time. So for everyone who are just now joining me on tonight, thank you so much for popping in. My name is LaKitia, and I am your sister coach and also the founder of A Sister's Truth. And tonight I'm doing a Sister Pep Talk and just giving you some words of encouragement and motivation over different concerns and issues that people have sent to me through DM or Instagram, emailed me, and also text me. And I wanted to share in this live format because I'm pretty sure these are some mindset blocks that you have gone through or have been through and have overcame, and you could possibly share some of your insight with us as well. Now, I want this to be a conversation, so please let me know who you are and where you are tuning in from in the comment section. Please share your aha moments. If you have any questions, share those as well, because we can definitely learn from each other. Not a big deal. Each goal should aim higher. Absolutely. Each goal you set, you need to be aiming higher and reaching higher for the stars. So if you're just not joining me, we talked about some good stuff tonight. The first thing we talked about is how to deal with unsupportive family members and family members who are a financial burden. Catch the replay and go back. And because we talked about it, so I'm gonna need you to catch the replay and go back and get those tips. The second thing that we talked about is what to do when you're feeling stuck in your business. I know a lot of entrepreneurs follow me here on Instagram. So if you are an entrepreneur, please catch the replay. If you're just not joining me, please catch the replay and review some of the tips that I personally do when I am feeling stuck in my business. And then we just talked about how did I find time to write my book? Because a lot of people ask me that. I get that question a lot. I've gotten that question a lot over the last year and a half that has been since I published my book, 31 Days of Truth, Manifest Your Passion, Power, and Perseverance. So if you're just not joining me, definitely go back and catch the replay because I did read some excerpts from my book. So if you want to get a taste of some of the yummy goodness that's in my book, definitely catch the replay and catch me reading some of those excerpts. Yes, Latrinda, please catch the replay. I need you to catch the replay. And so the last thing that I want to talk about tonight, because I want to be respectful of your time, is someone recently sent me this question or concern that they was having, and that's laziness and coasting on your gift. What to do when you're feeling lazy and you are coasting on your gift. Now that's a good one, because a lot of us are coasting on our gift, right? Because you do know that you have a gift or gifts, multiple gifts. You do have a purpose and a calling on your life, and you know exactly what it is. You just haven't embraced it yet. You don't have to find your purpose because you know exactly what it is. You just need to embrace it. You know what it is that you're good at. You just need to embrace it. Hey Jess, hey girl, hey, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. You're gonna have to catch the replay to talk about some of the mindset blocks that we talked about earlier as it pertains to family who are unsupportive and who are a financial burden. what to do when we are feeling stuck in our business. I answered the question, how did I make time to write my book? Just in case you want to write a book, which I think you do, definitely want to catch the replay to find out how I made time to write my book. And so now we're talking about laziness and coasting on our gift. What can we do? Or why is it that we coast when it comes to our gift, or we get lazy when it comes to our gift? And when I was brainstorming, the first thing that came to mind for me is fear. Fear. That's why we are fearful of something. Fear is like the number one reason for a lot of these mindset blocks, right? Because it's always an underlying fear that we are dealing with that tends to hold us back. And I want to read from day 28 of my book, 31 Days of Truth, Manifest Your Passion, Power, and Perseverance. Because one of the things that you can do to overcome fear is to take the first step. The first step in doing whatever it is that you want to do. I need you to take that first step. Because just, to let you know, there's no way for you to eliminate fear. Because fear is a part of life, right? Fear is a part of life. So there's no way to just eliminate it altogether, but we can diminish it. Right? We can't get our fear under control. And one of the ways to do that is to just take the first step and do what's necessary, to achieve your goal. And I just want to read this short excerpt from my book. Day 28 is go ahead, take the first step. Taking the first step to do something bigger and better in our lives is always the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest because so much anxiety can build up within us, causing fear that makes us reluctant to proceed. We all possess a level of fear, but have you ever considered that success may scare you more than fear? Have you ever thought that success can scare you more than fear? Because fear comes in many different forms, guys. Fear of judgment, right? Fear of missing out, fear of failure, and definitely fear of success. Being fearful of succeeding is a legit fear. And succeeding can stop us from fully activating our gift, right? Because our gift was given to us so we can have an abundant life, so we can be a blessing to someone else. Our gift wasn't given to us for us to sit on it, and it wasn't given to us, to be a burden on us, right? But some of us, we are afraid to succeed because when we fully activate our gift, that means that there is something different that we need to do. That means change needs to happen, and we need to embrace change. And embracing change is the hardest thing for us to do for some crazy reason. It's hard for us to do it, and we try to avoid it by all means necessary. But guess what? We cannot avoid change because everything that lives and breathes go through a process of change. Period. Name something that's living and breathing that doesn't go through change. Right? Change is inevitable. So we have to embrace it so we can grow. Right? But we tend to, back off from fully activating our gift because we don't want to change. Because we know in order to change, that means that we need to let go of some things. We may need to let go of some things, let go of some people, go in a different direction, maybe need to move to a different city. We got to let go of some things in order to fully activate our gift. Because unfortunately, the people that we are around, we can't take everybody with us. And you guys know this. You've heard this before. The people that I was best friends with in the second grade, I mean, we still cool. We still friends now, but not on the same level that we were when we was in the second grade, because I needed to let that friendship go in order to get to the place where I am now. Not to say that they are all bad people, right? But I needed to change up the people that I was hanging around with, so it wouldn't be so hard for me to accept the change and fully activate my gift. I needed to be around people who was going to motivate me to go after my gift. And for me to fully activate, I needed to change and go through different stages. You guys know my story. You know I transitioned from victim to survivor of sexual abuse. But in order to do that, I had to let go of what I considered to be normal in order to do something different, scary, to walk in the unknown, so I can fully activate my gift and to really live out the life that was designed specifically for me. I talk about that in my book. I had to give up what I knew that was normal. I had to change the place where I live. I needed to leave Chicago and I needed to move to Atlanta in order for me to fully embrace the gifts that God had given me. I needed to make that change. Right? Fortunately for me, I didn't have a problem with making that change. I welcomed that change. But there are so many of you who are not welcoming the change. So you would just, dumb down your gift, or you would just ignore your gift altogether. Just won't even acknowledge it in order to stay comfortable. And you cannot do that, because your gift is not just for you. Your gift is meant to share with other people so you can bless other people. So in that respect, being lazy when it comes to your gift is also a little bit of being, selfish, because somebody is waiting on you to do what it is that you've been called to do so they can receive their blessing, so they can get the encouragement that they need to walk out in their greatness, to activate their gift, so they can be a blessing to somebody else and motivate somebody else. Do you see the chain reaction? Do you get the chain reaction? You're going to have to let go of some things. You're going to have to let go of some people. You're going to have to let go of some bad habits that we don't want to give up. Hey, Ty. Hey, girl. Hey, thanks for joining me on tonight. Change occurs in our lives every day, but because it can be a small change, people sometimes don't recognize what has actually happened. Absolutely. Because a small change, a change can be small to somebody else, but it can be huge to you, right? It can be huge to you. And it doesn't have to be this huge, big change either for it to have a major impact on your life. It doesn't have to be that either. Something really, really small, to give you an example, something really, really small that I changed, and for me was using one particular word. I stopped using one particular word, and that's the word can't, right? I kind of eliminated that from my vocabulary. So I'm real careful not to say I can't ... I'm real careful not to say that, because every time I say I can't, I am sending, subconsciously telling myself that I actually cannot do what it is that came behind that can't. And that's untrue. Right? And if you keep telling yourself that, you're never going to try to do something. You're never going to go after your goals. You're just not going to do anything. You're just going to be stuck and stagnant. So that small change of eliminating that word can't from my vocabulary, right? Getting used to never saying that I can't do anything. It was almost like it forced me to always try something new. it kind of forced me to always give something a try before telling myself that I'm unable to do it. Does that make sense? So I'm always trying something out first before I decide that it's something that I don't want to do. Or, before I figure out that, okay, this is probably not my strong suit. But at least I gave it a try. Because a lot of you guys is taking yourself out of the race, out of the running before the race can even get started. Some of you are completely talking yourself out of doing something and you ain't even put forth now one effort. But you didn't talk yourself out of it. And there are certain words that we say, unconsciously that's affecting how we're going about our goals and how we're living our life. And I talk about those words in my book as well. So yeah, change could be something very small. It doesn't have to be something that's huge and something that's big for it to have a major impact on your life. And if you are feeling lazy and stagnant, and just shying away from your gift, it's because something has to change and you know what that thing is, but you're just not ready to change it yet. You're not ready to embrace change. You're not ready to let go of something. And if that's the case, then, we need to get on the phone and have a one-on-one because we really need to get to the root of that mindset block. Because there's a reason why you don't want to let go of the thing that you need to let go of so you can fully activate your gift. Right? That's something that we need to work on personally. For those of you who are just not joining me on tonight, hey, peace, love. I can't see the other half of it, but hey, if you're just not joining me on tonight, my name is LaKitia and I'm your sister coach and also the founder of A Sister's Truth. And tonight I'm giving you guys a Sister Pep Talk because over the last few months, you guys have DM me, send me emails, and text me, different issues and concerns that you had. And I was supposed to come on here live and do this pep talk over a month or two ago, but I had a family emergency, so I had to push it back. So I'm just now having the opportunity to sit here and to talk to you. So please share this video on your timeline. I was live on Facebook as well, but I completely lost Facebook and wasn't able to go back live. So please share this video with someone who can use an encouraging word. If you're just not joining me, please catch the replay because we talked about some major mindset blocks that I know some of you are probably having now as well, or you probably know someone who is having those same mind blocks. Like earlier we talked about what to do when you have unsupportive family and family who are a financial burden. Like, how do you deal with them, right? We talked about being stuck in your business. Now, I am not a business coach and I'm not a business strategist, but I know there are a lot of entrepreneurs that follow me here on Instagram. So I gave you, some tips and tricks that I do personally to help me out when I am feeling stuck in my business. So if you're just not joining me, you definitely want to catch the replay and get those tips and tricks. Also, last year, I published my very first book, 31 Days of Truth, Manifest Your Passion, Power, and Perseverance. And over the last year and a half, people have been asking me the same question over and over again. And that's, how did I make time to write my book? And I answered that question tonight. So you're going to have to catch the replay and check that out. And just now, we just discussed laziness and coasting on your gift. Why do we do it? How we can overcome it. Just as, yep, it's not just for you. It's about giving a gift to others. Absolutely. So don't be selfish when it comes to sharing your gift, you guys. Definitely try it. You may like it. I learned that when I left a lucrative job to join the military, I was a lot happier. Change needs to happen, right? Get the book, people. It's never too late to learn something new. Thank you, LaKitia. Oh, you're so welcome with settings. Thank you. I appreciate you. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. I want to be respectful of your time. If you're joining me just now joining me, this is the end of the live, so please definitely go back and check out the replay. Share, with your family and with your friends as well. And thank you for all the love and support and for joining me on tonight. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.